Nate Holdren for Richland, and with their helmets off, you can see their haircuts, the self-styled haircuts, mohawk for Venters. Richland defensively looks like this. For Richland, and with their helmets off, you can see their haircuts, the self-styled haircuts, mohawk for Venters. Richland defensively looks like this. Starting in the defensive line, the ends are Dave Berg, 6'2", 210, and a senior, and Chris Weibel, 5'9", 170, and a junior. The tackles are Pat Holden, 5'8", 176, and a senior, and Bruce Surplus, 5'11", 170, and a senior. Outside linebackers, Clint Buchanan, 6 feet, 192, and a senior, and Alan Nichols, 6 feet, 205, and a senior. The inside backers are Nate Holdren, 6'5", 240, and a senior, and Garrett Venters, 6'2", 220, and a senior. The corners are Jack Dacey, 5'10", 160, and a senior, and Rustin Sorensen, 5'9", 150, and a junior. The safety man is Chad Mitchell, 5'11", 175. Backers Eric Orange, 5'10", 185, and a senior. Ryan Reddick, 6'2", 190, and a junior. Inside backers Barry Duty, 6 feet, 190, and a senior. Jason Neer, 6'1", 190, and a senior. The corners are Troy Ayers, 5'11", 170, and a senior. And Roscoe Slade, 5'10", 150, and a senior. The free safety is Todd Puckett, 6'2", 185, and a senior. And the strong safety is Mark Castino, 6'1", 185, and a senior. And Kennewick will receive the opening kickoff. Richland will kick off. Kevin Welch teeing it up with the 40-yard line. The Bombers, with what wind there is, will be at their back as they defend the south goal. Kennewick defending the north goal. The crowd is ready, and we're all ready. And Jason Goffard and Paul Brown are deep. The crowd on its feet, 10,000 strong, or more, some are saying. Ready to go. The green-clad Bombers come forward. Welch kicks it off and drives it low. Line knuckleball, and it's over Brown's head. Goffard has it on the 6. Up the middle, 10, 15. Makes a cut, 20. At the 25. Hemmed in, and down he goes at the 30-yard line. And in on the stop for the Richland Bombers, among others, was Brian Lehman, a 165-pound junior, in there on the special team. So Kennewick goes to work. First down and 10 yards to go for the Lions on their own 30. Out of the huddle they come, and setbacks are Brown and Goffard. Strickland wide to the left side, and they go to the two tight end alignment that they showed in the mini playoff, with Stott tight on the right, Franks tight on the left. Bombers massing at the line of scrimmage. Strickland goes in motion. Here's the toss sweep coming to Goffard. He made it over the 30 and then down. The big green Garrett Venters got him. Also there was Rustin Sorensen after a gain of about 3.
Oh, Frank, that was a great play on the defensive set. A swarming Richland defense coming right at the running back.
Second down, 7 yards to go as Goffard gets 3 on the initial play from scrimmage. Matt Kennedy to the right now. Stott still in there as the tight end, this time on the left. And Perkins calls the play from the left hash, running room right, back to pass he goes, has a little time, guns it out there, Stott wide open over the 40, 45, 50, downfield he goes to the Richland 45, and hauled down by Dacey inside the Richland 40 to the 39. Big play. He had Trevor Stott was wide open, and he had good protection, Rich.
good play that time by Kennewick to get the open receiver that time. I'm running downfield, Frank, and I'll tell you, somebody flat out missed an assignment for the Bombers.
Well, he was lined up as a tight end again. Now they go to a wing right with Strickland facing back toward the line of scrimmage. And wide to the left goes Kennedy, and it's Strickland in motion, now reverse motion, back to the right, the short side. Straight ahead it goes to Brown, finds a big hole down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line for about 7. Finally brought down by Holdren.
Frank, Kennewick is winning the battle of the trenches right now. They're getting their running backs plenty of holes to get through.
Ball's on the 32, so Brown.
We got second down, a short 3.
Busting through there. All right, second down and 3 at the Richland 32. No score, just underway, opening possession. From the right hash, running room left. Perkins with a wing right. It is Strickland, goes in motion to the backfield to the left. Straight ahead to Goffard, and he gets nothing. May have got to the 31, but that's it. He did not get the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
Bombers seem to be ready for that one, Frank. They passed right in the line of scrimmage. They were able to knock it back for just a short game.
3rd down now. Ball is on the Richland 31 and still about 2 yards to go. And they got Kennedy as a wing on the right. Stott split left. Backs are Brown and Goffard, and Kennedy in motion to the wide side of the field. Here is the give. Straight ahead it is Brown. He's close. I don't think he got it, Rich. What do you see?
Frank, he looks like he's going to be just short of the first doing it for the fans on defense. Kennewick is just grinding it out.
Kennedy goes wide to the left on 1st and 10 at the Richland 29. Wing right is Strickland. And they're showing a lot of that wing formation early. And Strickland goes in motion to the backfield, gives him 2 men wide left now. Perkins takes the snap. He goes straight ahead to Brown. Pounds the middle for 1 or maybe 2 at the most. Short yardage, and there was a lot of green there. Holdren was there again. And also there was Mark Schuster. Looks like they got Mark Schuster's down there in there on defense.
They've got Schuster and Holdren and Benners really doing a job right in the middle of the field, Frank. That time they ran that play up the middle 3 times now. They haven't gotten very much yardage on it either time.
Okay, wing right. Now Schuster gives him a lot more beef up front, and the wingman Strickland goes in motion to the left. Out there with him is Stott. They go the other way with it on the option. Pitch back to Goffard, trying to make the corner at the 30, and he's thrown rudely out of bounds. That by Garrett Benners at the 26.
Excellent pursuit by Garrett Benners that time. He just rode the play, watched the quarterback every way that you're supposed to do it. He saw the pitch coming, was able to knock the running back out of bounds.
They bring up 3rd down and still about 7 yards to go. On the 26-yard line of the Bombers, no score. Opening possession of the game. 8 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the first period, and the clock is stopped as Goffard was thrown out of bounds. Wing right, Kennedy. Split end left is Stott. Kennedy with reverse motion. Back to the right side he goes. Perkins gives the ball straight ahead. Brown broke away out the left side. Got only down to about the 22-yard line. And he's not near enough for a first down. As it looked like Rustin Sorensen again came up to hit him. And Bruce Surplus. Those are the guys up front. And I think Kennewick got an injury. It looks like Goffard's shaken up.
Yeah, that's right, Frank. Jason Goffard is being helped off the field. He's got a little bit of a limp. I don't know how serious it is. I didn't see what happened. One of the trainers went out to get him, and they're meeting him. They are taking him off the field, Frank.
He is under his own power, but as Rich mentioned, very gingerly. Daryl Moore, who alternates with Brown in the backfield, now takes Goffard's spot. Neither one of them has the speed of Goffard or is quite the slasher that Goffard is. Perkins has a wing to the right side, and the wingman is Strickland. Reverse motion by him. Out to the right he goes. And running the option, Perkins on the corner. He is not going to make it. He's knocked down. Benners tripped him up at the 21. Richland takes over.
And a very excited group of Richland Bomber defensive men coming off the field. Very excited. They look...
Goes as the flanker to the left. Tobin Phelps is split wide to the right side. They have a slot to the left. And the lone setback is Rydell. Nate Holdren under center. Paul Norman from the left hash with running room right. Takes the snap. Goes right. Rydell finds a big hole. He's over the 25. I don't think that play is going to count as we had a marker go right at the snap. I don't know if there was movement along the line there or what. It is a dead this afternoon. 2 men to the left, 1 to the right. Cannon, who's out there as a wide receiver with Duncan. Rydell 7 yards deep as the tailback. Quick drop. Here's the throw to Phelps. Caught the ball for a 5-yard gain to 21, and Troy Ayers was right in his face and threw him down there. will bring up 2nd and 10.
Good play.
The Oil's Sunmart Stores player of the game. The $100 going to the most valuable players athletic department. All right, Peters is a slot right, and outside of him on the short side is Duncan. Phelps up to the left side. That's the wide side of the field. Rydell, the one setback. Holdren under center. He drops back to throw. Pump fakes. Now he wants Rydell long down the left side against Ayers, and it's knocked away. Excuse me, it was Roscoe Slade. And it was incomplete. He didn't bite real hard on the out pattern, ran a little out and up. So Richland comes to 3rd and 10, and they go to split backs now as Buchanan's in there with Rydell, running room to the left side. Holdren under his center. Paul Norman goes on the long count, takes the snap and rolls down to the left with blockers in front. Sets up. Now he comes back to the right. Orange is after him. He's hit as he throws. Man wide open. It is Boyder knocked down short of the first down at the 25-yard line. And a heavy hit there. I think that was and Richland forced into a punt formation. And Kevin Welch goes back to his own 10-yard line. He's hurt and has not returned yet. Here is the good pass from center. Here's the rush on. He got the kick away. Low short kick. Hits over midfield. Then it takes a lateral bounce. And finally Phelps kills it right on the Kennewick 48. So the Lions have good field position, but they may be a little short on bodies now, especially with Goffard out of the game. So that punt.
See the signal from the referee, but it was thrown very late, and it was thrown at the 41-yard line.
They're talking to Richland. And Leon Parnell talking to Nate Holdren. Now, with 5:13 to go in the first quarter, there is no score.
I got to have a hubby.
I don't think, see, and since he wanted a conference, they may charge Richland a timeout here. And if so, they get an additional 60 seconds. Rich, what happened?
I'm sorry, Frank. What happened was one of the players was getting a little bit pushy and shovey out there.
1st and 10, Kennewick on the 36 of Richland. No score in the game. Motion to the left. Stunning on the line of scrimmage. Now they back off. Perkins quick drop throws. Nobody there. Wanted to hit Stott. And it's incomplete.
Stott didn't even turn around for that.
Right. It is not raining. It has not rained. But the field's a little bit soggy. We haven't seen evidence on anybody slipping or sliding yet. Stott split left, wing on the right, and 2 backs in there, Brown and Moore. And here's Perkins keeping it just buried by Minners at the 35-yard line after a 1-yard gain, and he just hit him right hit. Kennedy and Strickland to the left. Still no Jason Goffard in there. He went out limping a little while back. Here's Perkins rolling out to the left, has some time, sets. He guns at his man there. Kennedy got it for a first down inside the 20, and down he goes.
Oh, my, what a great pass that time by Matt Kennedy. He jumped right up in the air to catch that Perkins pass, a little bit overthrown, but Kennedy came down with it. A great play.
1st and 10, running room to the right. And here's Perkins back to pass in the pocket, sets up. He guns it. He's got Stott on the 4, the 3. He is at the 1-yard line down. Oh, what a perfect pass from Perkins. Looked like Venners ran him down there. How did they get the, did they have the linebacker on Stott that time?
Yeah, Frank, they did. They had Garrett Venners on Stott, and another great acrobatic catch that time by the Kennewick receiver.
For Kennewick. On the Richland 1-yard line, and they're doing this all without Jason Goffard.
The Pat Kennewick showing.
And they go to Stott, split a couple yards out to the left, and then you have Strickland split right, split backs, quarterback sneak by Perkins. They think he's in, no signal yet. Now we get signal, touchdown Kennewick! Josh Perkins sneaking in, and they have done that so much this year, being able to wedge their way for a full yard and a half, and Josh Perkins took it in to make it 6-0 Kennewick with 3:41 to go in the first quarter.
It was just a textbook example.
Bowl to try the extra point out of Perkins' hold, waiting for the snap from center. Good pass from center. Perkins puts it down. Bull just pokes it up and through there. And we have a timeout. Let's take a 60-second break with 3:41 to go in the first. And the score, Kennewick 7 and Richland nothing.
Announcer Dick DeGraff at the Pasco Payless says we're always available.
Questions about side effects and whether medication should be taken with meals, without meals.
Following a punt and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Richland, Kennewick moves 36 yards in 5 plays. Josh Perkins sneaking it over from the 1, but 2 big problems with my monitor. What were you saying there, Rich?
I was just talking to some of the Kennewick trainers over here. It looks like Jason Goffard has what they think is a bruised pelvis. They don't know if he'll react.
Okay, thanks. Good work. and set to go now as the kickoff by Bull bounces down. Rydell has it on the 6, up to the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, and he's out to 29 or 30-yard line and then down in the wall of white. And there is some pushing and shoving going on down there. Holdren has a slot left. He's got 3 wide receivers. Rydell, the lone setback, with running room to the left now, and gives the ball away in a draw to Rydell. Finds room, 35. He's over the 40, out to the 41-yard line. Finally, Gastino and Ryan Reddick make the stop, but it's a big risk. 3 plays, and they had to punt. Kennewick's owned the football here in the first quarter. Down under 3 minutes to go in the opening period. 7-0 Kennewick. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rydell, the lone setback. Holdren takes the snap, gives it to Rydell again on a delay. He's over the 40, and he fights his way over the 45 to the 46-yard line, carrying some white-shirted Lions with him. A new back in there, as Holdren has, again, trips to the left. Peters and Duncan out there. Boyder set as the slot, back to pass, and Holdren, he wants to run now. He's hit by James, and down he goes after a gain of maybe 1. Had trouble setting up in the pocket there as they brought in Boyd. Trips to the right. Duncan, Peters, and Boyder from outside in, and wide left is Phelps. And Robertson is the setback for the Bombers. Kennewick linebackers jumping in and out of there near and duty as Holdren may be checking off at the line of scrimmage. Here they come. He gets it off to Robertson. He finds an opening 50. He's down to the 48-yard line. He should have the first down by about a yard. Finally racked up by Troy Ayers, and also over there was Eric in there now. Good run by Robertson. Good for 5 yards. 2 men to the left, 1 to the right. Boyder is tight on the right. And they have running room to the left side of the field from the right hash. And they give it away to, no, it's a nice play fake. Holdren back, rolling out, everybody after him. He's hit as he throws, and it's a diving. No, he dropped it at the 26-yard line. And that was Buchanan. Boy, I can't believe Holdren got enough on it to get it there. I could have sworn it was going to be short, but Buchanan had a play on it, just didn't hold on. Is Duncan. And on the slot left is Peters, near the right hash mark. And Rydell is the setback. 2nd down, 10. Rydell readjusts to a deep tailback spot, but there's no running back in front of him, and he gets the call. He's hit immediately, bounces off 2 tacklers. May have got a yard, but that's it. Oh, boy, who was that hit in there? Tony James ended up with the last piece, I think, but there's 2 or 3 of them that kind of crunched him.
Oh, yeah, Tony James brought him down, but, boy, credit the defensive line for that tackle.
They may have been showing, they've run that play a lot in this drive. That must have been the 3rd or 4th. 47. Half a minute to go in round 1. Duncan slotted left, outside of him Phelps, and here's Holdren rolling the other way to throw. He's got Boyder wide open, long downfield. Boyder got it on the 15, the 10, the 5. Boyder touchdown. Boy, and we're still in the first quarter. 18 seconds remaining. Welch to try and add the extra point. Waiting for the snap from center. It's there. The ball's on the tee, and the kick way out into the track. It is good. We take a 60-second break. We got it going. Kennewick and Richland, stay with us. 18 cities. Well, the Richland drive, once set what they think is a bruised pelvis. So Brown is deep, and it's not known if Goffard will be back. Brown, it looks like Strickland back there with him, and they root it off to the right side, does Welch. Strickland's got it on the 6. He comes up to the 10, tries to make the center of the field, the 20, and he's out to the 23-yard line, and down he goes. Pat Holden made the stop.
Boy, this Bomber team looks really up after that play. They really just stocked him up. Holdren and the night.
At a disadvantage without him. 2 experienced backs in there, Moore and Brown, as the first quarter comes to a close, and we'll take the 60-second timeout from Fran. They're real deep. Brown and Darrell Moore the setback as Kennewick start the second quarter, heads toward the north end zone. Slot left, and that man is Strickland. He goes in motion. Stott out to the left side, gives straight ahead. Brown runs into his own man. Finally, Holdren brings him down up over the 20 at about the 27-yard line after a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. Brown and Moore are the setbacks. And they line up with Stott and Kennedy. Kennedy's a wing left. Split outside is Stott, and Kennedy goes in motion to the backfield. Perkins back to pass, sets up, throws, sideline. Kennedy didn't get it. It dropped it at the 30-yard line. It was a low pass. Dacey was right there to come out of the huddle with Kennedy to the left. Strickland's going to line up on a wing to the right. Moore and Brown the setbacks. Third down, 6 yards to go for the Lions. Strickland in motion to the backfield to the left. Now he reverses, comes back to the right. And here's Perkins, and he gives it to Brown on a little counter. He's over the 30. He didn't get enough for the first down. I think he's going to be a little short, isn't he?
They gave him a fairly generous spot, Frank. It's right at his position on the field, Frank. It looks like it's just enough for a first down, but I was wrong the last time. We'll wait and see. They're stretching out the sticks now. Oh, my. They're going to be short by 3 or 4 inches, Frank. Short.
Fourth down and about 3 or 4 inches. Fourth and inches. And all year, it seems like that it's been Perkins on the quarterback sneak, and nobody has been able to stop it. Richland's got Schuster in there. They got Ingersoll in there, and a lot of bodies up front. Perkins calls the play, 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak. He's got it. You can see it better than I can, Rich, but I think he's got it.
Yeah, there was a good offensive push that time by all the mates in front of him that time. Perkins looks like he has got the first down.
Yeah, they're spotting it up at the 34-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down. Leon Parnell has no signal. Now he will signal first down Kennewick. So Kennewick converts on 4th down on the quarterback sneak. Schuster comes out of the game now, and they put him into the left now. Stott and Kennedy for Kennewick. Split backs, Moore and Brown. Tight end on the right is Franks. Motion back toward the line of scrimmage by Kennedy. Back to pass Perkins. Here comes the rush. He got his pass. It's intercepted by Benners at the 40, at the 35, the 30, the 25, and he's hit, and he just won't go down, and they finally, 4 of them mow him down. Garrett Benners picked it off at the 42. Big play. Perkins, who's not thrown many bad balls in the last 5 weeks, threw one there.
Frank, that was the classic Western Union pass that time. He telegraphed it all the way. He was looking left, or rather looking right. Benners watched his eye.
To play in the first half. The score tied at 7. Holdren has him set, wide men either way, and Holdren motions to the crowd. The band is playing. He says, hey, shut up. I need some... My players, teammates got to hear me call the signals. He gives the ball off tackle. Buchanan, there is nothing there.
Excellent defensive play that time by Ryan Reddy coming up from his...
No gain. Duncan and Phelps go wide to the right side now, and they have a wing right, Buchanan. Right L is the one setback. They're at the left hash with running room to the right. And Holdren rolling right to the corner to throw. Setting up. Now he wants to run. Now he sets up. He ran away. He's wide open. 25 at the 20. Nate at the 15, the 10, the 5. Holdren dives. Touchdown, Bombers! On a wild scramble. Everything went to the right. He saw his receivers covered, cut it back to the left, and kind of zigzagged his way downfield, and then from 8 yards out, it was a straight line to the goal line.
Just what he was doing all last week, Frank, against me. Whenever the receiver wasn't there, he took off on his own.
23-yard touchdown run by Holdren, and the Bombers are in the lead for the first time today. Holdren to hold for Kevin Welch. Waiting for the snap from center. It's a good pass. There's the ball down. It's up. It was nearly blocked, but it is good. Timeout.
You've no doubt heard that Jacobs and Rhodes has been serving the Tri-Cities since 1961. Now think about
the game, what may be a bruise. And as we mentioned, Brown and Strickland are deep. Here's Welch forward and the kick. It's headed towards Strickland, has it on the 4, a high kick. He's up over the 10, at the 15. Now he hits for the outside, made the 20. Then he got stoned to the ground by Boyd Robertson as he got over the 20 to about the 22 or 23-yard line.
Frank, I'll tell you right now, Boyd.
And the Lions go to work as the turnover cost them that time. Here's Perkins back, wants to throw again, has time, guns it for the sideline. Stott in traffic, it is incomplete. Had 2 men and about 3 defenders in the same area. They kind of tripped over each other out there. Lying on the pass a little bit too much here now. 9 minutes to go in the half. They're down 14-7. They send Strickland in motion back toward the line. Here comes the toss sweep. It is Moore trying to get outside. Now he cuts up field, get to the 25, and that's it. Holdren hit him. Yeah, they're more the complimentary style. And right now they're forced to carry the load because Goffard's out hurt. Third down, about 7 to go. Split backs, wide men either way. Perkins back. Wants to throw a screen, does. It's over the head of Brown, incomplete. Wouldn't have made any difference because Buchanan was coming hard after Brown. As 4 passes in a row, 1 was picked. And they shift into punt formation. They haven't done so yet. Dixon under center. Bill Bull is the punter, and he was the Big 9 punter of the year this year. He led the league. Here is his kick. It's end over end, forward, and it's fumbled! And I think Kennewick got it at the 46. They do. Recovering the ball, I believe, Rich, correct me if I'm wrong, was John Sullins. Number 64.
Frank, I believe you're right on that one.
John Sullins recovered it, and I think it was Chad Mitchell that fumbled it. I think he was the safety man on the punt. Big break for the Lions with 8:09 remaining and the clock running here in the first half. And Kennewick, 1st and 10 at its own 46-yard line. All right, Kennewick crowd comes alive. Bomber fans want their defense to dig in again. Wide men either way. Perkins goes left with the option, straight ahead more, and he's got about 5 down into Richland territory at the 49 before Rustin Sorensen makes the stop. Second down and 5. As Richland leads 14-7. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the half. Huge crowd here at Fran Rish Stadium. Now they go to 2 tight end alignment again. Stott and Rob Franks. And Kennedy, the one wide out, goes in motion back toward the backfield. Perkins runs, gives straight ahead. Brown, big hole down inside the 40 to the Richland 39 before they mow him down. Schuster was there, but the option worked to perfection that time, and Perkins made a great read. It's a Kennewick first down.
Everybody says so many things about Nate Holdren's tactics at quarterback for Richland. This Josh Perkins has got some skill of his own.
10 yards on the carry, and another Kennewick first down. 1st and 10 at the Richland 39. And Kennewick without Goffard moving the ball again. Now they're moving it on the ground. Slot left, split end left. The slot man, Strickland, goes in motion to the backfield to the right. Option again, straight ahead it is Brown carrying tacklers for 2 or 3 yards. As Jamie Ingersoll got a piece of him, so did Buchanan. And down he goes after the game. Scott Hudson up over the ball at center. Stott splits a few yards out to the left, flanked right. That's the short side of the field, goes Strickland. Moore and Brown are the setbacks now. Running room left, play fake, rolling left. Perkins sets up, guns it for, 2 men in the same area, and there's a marker down. Big collision downfield, and let's see what we got. And this one may go against Kennewick, although I'm not sure. It is going to go against Kennewick. And again, Rich, I know that can't be by design unless they were running a pick play over there. That may be what the penalty is.
I really couldn't see it. There was a lot of bodies down there, as you pointed out. As a matter of fact, Kevin Welsh, when I walked by him just a minute ago, he said no way, and now the signal goes against the line.
5 yards. So they're not giving him a 15-yarder. Usually if you have too many... Franks tight end on the left. They got wide men either direction, split backs. Moore and Brown play fake. No, they give it straight ahead to Brown, and he made the original line of scrimmage, and that was it. And Venners was first half. All right, Josh Perkins brings him up, has both wide men to the right. And split backs behind him. Takes the snap, rolls out to the left, the throw. 3 men in the pattern, throws. He's got his man Kennedy, got it, pushed out of bounds after a first down inside the 25 by Mitchell. And the Bombers are just fuming with themselves there, I think, Rich, because it seemed like they took the pass all day to get there.
Oh, yeah, Chad Mitchell was just, he's upset with himself. The coach is...
4 in a row, connects for a 15-yarder there. And Kennewick's 1st and 10 at the Bomber 24. 5:20 to go in the half. Here's Perkins straight ahead. Nothing there. Holy crush. That was Daryl Moore who carried, hit hard by... And the ball lost a couple inches. They have running room to the left now, and Frank shifts his tight end position from right to left. And Kennedy to the right, Stott to the left. Perkins on the option, keeps him on the corner, pitches back to Brown. He did not make the corner. Sorensen got a hold of him, and Venners said smash right on the line of scrimmage. And I think that's where they really missed Goffard's speed right there.
That's right, Frank. Perkins...
Third down. And still 10.5 yards to go. Running room right as they're at the left hash mark. Perkins drops straight back, sets up. He guns it for for Stott, and it's intercepted by Mitchell inside the 10 at the 8, and down he goes. That one for Stott, he had drawn double coverage, and Perkins just lofted that one up for his second interception of the game.
Frank, that was a
one to the right, one to the left. Buchanan and Duncan out to the right, Phelps to the left. And running room right, Holdren goes on a long count, takes the snap, and he runs the option, and it's open. He's over the 10 to the 15 to the 16-yard line for about 7. And he makes a good read on the option himself that time. He just saw the opening and darted through it.
Lonnie Pearson taking it.
And Holdren, who has already passed for 1 touchdown and run for another. 3:10 to play in the half, and the Bombers are leading 14-7. They're at the left hash with running room right now. Holdren takes the snap, play fake right, then comes left, comes back to the right. He's wide open over the middle. Holdren runs the ball over the 25 and out to the 27 for first down. Well, that was a little counter option that time, as all the things Holdren can do. And now they've really got him involved running an option like this. Trips to the right and one man, Phelps, to the left. No tight end. And Rydell, the lone setback, in a tailback position, and now he comes up a little tighter as Holdren may be checking off, and he gives it to him. No, he keeps it on the corner. Holdren has it open, good blocking, 30, 35, and Nate's got another first down at the Kennewick bench as he's ridden out of bounds over there by Ryan Reddick, I believe it was.
That's right, Frank, it was Ryan Reddick, that time on the other side of the field, and boy, Holdren
now has rushed for 52 yards and 5 carries in the football game. Ball's at the 38-yard line. Richland goes trips to the short side of the field. Peters, Duncan, and Phelps from inside out. And they have a tight end on the left. Rydell is the setback. And it's a quick pitch to Rydell, trying to get outside, and he will. 40, and a nice shoestring tackle by Roscoe Slade at the 42, and there is a marker down. And this one may go against the Bombers. 19 yards to go. Trips right. The setback is Rydell. And they have running room to the right, and that's where Holdren rolls, looking to throw. Now he comes, looks back to the left. They want to set up a screen man there. Isaacson, oh, he's knocked down on a heck of a hit. And the guy who hit him, Travis Nothey, is the guy that got hurt. Nothey hit him hard, and he is not getting up.
Frank, he is reaching for his face mask, and the officials are very adamant about getting the trainers out to the field as soon as possible.
Boy, he went down immediately. Well, so did Isaacson. Pete Isaacson's the backup tight end, and he caught the football. It looked a little bit like it was a delayed screen set up back to the left side. But Travis Nothey, the center of attention now, as he was hit. Well, he hit Isaacson, but came away a lot worse for wear. So the pass was complete, but for a loss. Back to the 26-yard line. Holdren now 4 out of 6, 54 yards, and 1 touchdown. It'll bring up second down and about 22 yards to go.
Obviously, but he is sitting up now, and that's always a good sign.
I wonder if he just got the wind. 2 and 200. And Nothey is 6'6" and 210. And he is being helped from the field, mostly under his own power, and I think perhaps he's a little groggy. So Bomber ball now, second down with 1:52 to go in the first half, and about 22 yards to go. And we're set to go as Leon Parnell whistles the ball ready. And Rydell, the setback. A wing right is Boyder. So they have no tight end right now, and it is a draw to Rydell. Stutter step to the 30, and he's tackled by the shoelace by Puckett as he got out to the 35-yard line, short of a first down, far short. All right, Richland 3rd and 13 following the timeout. Their own 35-yard line from the left hash, running room right. Trips to the right, and rolling out to the right passes Holdren. Here comes the rush, steps away from one, still on his feet, steps. He fumbled the ball, Richland got it, and a marker goes down. The marker is down. So let's check it out here and see what it is.
Frank, that time, the quarterback Holdren looked to be getting a little bit too fast. He broke 2 tackles, but then he dropped the football. Paul Norman recovered it, but the penalty's going.
It's on the play of about 2. It is declined. Going back deep and back there with him is Aaron Mueller. Or Mayer, excuse me. Aaron Mayer. And now...
continues to offer Gisa's traditional low-cost services, as well as new additions such as drive-up windows and safe deposit boxes. Gisa Federal Credit Union, working with you in Central Kennewick.
Okay, here is Welch getting the snap from center, gets the kick away, wobbly kick, it's headed toward Mayer, takes it on the 38, stutter step 40, 45, knocked down on the 46-yard line as he got hit pretty good there by Surplus, and also in on the stop, Dave Berg, letting the time run off the clock. Make sure you get that kick away. Here's Kennewick going without a huddle here. Two tight ends, one wide receiver, Strickland to the right, split backs. Perkins rolls out to the right to throw, left-hander, guns it on the run. He's got more out of the backfield over the 50 and driven out of bounds at the 45-yard line by Venners. And there's a little scuffle there with he's just a tank out there, but they did get the clock stopped. 5 for 10 for 86 yards through the air for Perkins. 47 seconds left to go. Back as Perkins throws. He's got Stott, got the first down, and driven down at the Richland 40-yard line. And Dave Peters made the stop. Stops the clock with 39 seconds to go in the half. And they're set to go again. Clock is left. Wing to the right, now flanker right. Comes Kennedy. Split backs, Moore and Brown. Goffard takes the snap, wants the quick one. He's gunning it for Kennedy, got it, and knocked down on the 21-yard line for a first down with 23 for it.
Oh, a classic timing pattern that time. As a matter of fact, neither the receiver nor the...
And a first down for the Lions. The clock's running, 14 seconds. They got timeouts left. Here's Perkins. He wants Kennedy, overshot him, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Mitchell. And the Bombers take over, the third interception of the first half by the Bombers, and Mitchell's second interception of the half, and that kills that Kennewick drive with 8 seconds remaining until halftime.
I'll tell you, Frank, I am...
And Richland takes over as Mitchell just killed it, and Richland comes out in kind of a victory formation, and there is a marker down as somebody encroached in the neutral zone there. And I'm not sure who it was. It looks like it's Richland. And this should be the last play of the half. Holdren just goes to a knee, and the clock is running, and Kennewick's not going to stop it. 2-1, and the half is over. And Rich Buell's going to talk to Lonnie Pearson. Rich, take it away when you're ready.
Okay, I'm with head coach Lonnie Pearson. Lonnie, you're up 14-7 so far. A lot of good defense played by your secondary to stifle drive.
Good game. Distracted ourselves a couple of times, but we're going to be all right.
Hey, Coach, how does the position and the health of Jason Goffard?
He's got a pretty badly bruised hip, but nothing serious.
Will he play the second half?
He could. Now, that's up to him, you know, and so consequently, it's just a wait and see.
Okay, Coach, thank you. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rich. So a bruised hip in the, the pelvic area, I guess, and Goffard may return, but he is hurting big time. We'll take a 60-second break as the Bombers, the leading Bombers, come back out on the field. Let's take a 60-second break. Then we'll have the second half kickoff with a score. Richland 14, Kennewick 7.
Twas the month before Christmas sale at Dawson Richards in Uptown. Had a full 25% off. And ladies' Nativo and Albee sweaters, 20% off.
I can't, he's not sitting down on the bench because there's nobody sitting on the bench, so. Okay. The Lions come out. Phil Bowl will be doing the kicking off. Not much wind, and wind's not a factor, is it? And we'll be underway in the second half. Okay, Bowles ready to kick off. Soccer-style kicker. Here he comes, and here's the kick. End over end and high. Robertson on the 6, to the 10, up the middle at the 15, cuts right at the 20, back into the middle at the 25, hit hard by 2-3 Kennewick Lions, and down he goes. And helping out on the tackle there was Rob Buck, 160 right, along with Phelps outside of him, and Buchanan inside, so trips to the short side of the field. Lone setback is Rydell. Now he steps up from a tailback spot up to kind of a running back, and they give it to him straight ahead off the left side, and he's over the 30 to the 32. Good blocking at the point of attack that time by the Bombers. 6 yards, excuse me, second down and about 4. Trips to the left. That's the wide side of the field. They have the tight end Boyder on the right, and Rydell set in a deep back spot, and he gets the ball again, and big hole 35. Well, they fumbled. It hit the official, and Kennewick got it at the 39. Rydell coughs up the fumble, and the second turnover of the game for Richland with 10:53 remaining. Did you see who recovered the ball there, Rich?
Yeah, I believe that was Mark Malloy that came up with the loose football.
It's on the 39-yard line, and the Lions take over. Perkins calls the play with running room to the right. Sets up, throws long downfield. Kennedy can't hold on to it at the 25-yard line, and covering him every step of the way was all Big 9 Jack Dacey.
Dacey with great coverage that time. He was all over the...
Two tight end alignment with Stott tight on the left. And the lone wide out, Strickland, goes in motion back toward the backfield. And it's a pitch to Moore. Venners came storming through to throw him down. He just went through everybody. A big loss back to the 47. He was a wrecking crew for anything in his path. Early third quarter. They have a wing right. It's Strickland in motion to the left side. Also out there, Kennedy. And rolling that way to throws Perkins. Steps up. Throws sideline. Diving try incomplete. Intended for Strickland. I'll tell you, Kennedy was open down the middle.
Yeah, Josh Perkins just didn't see him, and now getting up very slowly is Strickland that time. I don't know what happened to him, but he's not getting up very quickly at all.
Well, he's favoring his shoulder there as he hit the ground hard, diving for the ball. And Kennewick is going to be fourth down in a bundle. And let's see here. Okay, Strickland goes off. And Kennewick's in running formation. And the Bombers come up tight. Fourth and about 17 to go. And it's a quick kick by Moore. Kind of kicks it straight up in the air and out of bounds. It hit out inside the 30, right on the chalk practically at the 27-yard line of the Bombers.
Well, that was a little bit of a surprise, something that...
As you mentioned, didn't get a lot out of it that time. So the Bombers, who started their last drive, let backs Buchanan and Rydell from the left hash, and running room wide right, tight end on the left. And Holden calls the play, and fakes, gives the ball away, and a little counter action to Buchanan. There is not much there. Got about 2 to the 29, and then rolled back. Nothey, James, and Malloy all there, and up at the bottom of the stack, Jason Neer.
That time there was just no place for the running back to go. He ran in. And
2 men to the left, 1 to the right is Phelps, and they have a slot left. So trips left, and they give it away to Robertson. He breaks out of a tackle at the 30, hauled down at about the 34-yard line, finally by Tony James and Mark Gustino.
Nice play.
Going to bring up third down and a long 2, actually closer to 3. Pickup of 5 on the play. And they go to split backs now, Rydell and Dave Peters. Tight end on the right, 2 men far to the left side, and Peters goes out of the backfield in motion to the short side. Holdren gives it nothing for Rydell. I don't think he got it, Rich. You're right there. It'll be very close.
Frank. It all depends on where they mark it.
No, they say it is short. It's going to be fourth down. About a foot and a half to go.
Yeah, it's a fairly substantial distance, Frank. I'm right at the ball line.
Of course, and he's a guy that can bowl for it. Looks over the line of scrimmage. Now time is called by one of the officials, and it is Kennewick which calls the timeout. So we'll take a 30-second break. 7:38 to go, third quarter, and our score. Richland about a foot to go. Rydell the lone setback. Let's see if Holdren doesn't just keep it right here. Now Rydell shifts his position from left to right, and it's Holdren on the corner. He keeps, broke a tackle. He's down the right sideline, 45, and knocked out of bounds. And what may have been a saving tackle there by Troy Ayers. He got the first down easily. Still in business. Third quarter, 7:33 to play. Richland leads by a touchdown. 2 men wide to the left side. Backs are Peters and Rydell. And here's the option off the counter, and Holdren looks. He's in trouble. He's hitting for a loss by Orange and Reddick, the 2 outside linebackers, and down he goes back at the 44-yard line.
Just ran out of time, ran out of room that time.
Signals for the Lions. So Reddick and Orange at the outside against Gonzaga last week, primarily because they run the football so much in that wishbone. Richland with 4 wide receivers, trips left, and a wide man, Phelps to the right. And Robertson is in there as the running back. And Holdren back, looks, throws, slant pattern, caught by Phelps at midfield, and thrown down immediately by Troy Ayers. After a gain of about 6, it's going to bring up 3rd down and about, and he got in there. Upson to the right, Phelps to the left, 3rd down and 7 at midfield. Running room to the left. Robertson is the lone setback now. Holdren under center, takes the snap. He gives it away to Robertson. He finds a big hole, 45, down to the Kennewick 40. On 3rd and 7. What a play call that was.
An excellent play call that time by the Bomber coaching staff. I don't think
to the left. Wing right is Cale Boyder. Now they go with trips to that side as Peters steps in there. And they got Eric Upson there. Running room to the left side. And Holdren drops back, sets, pump fakes. He wants the home run ball for Phelps. He is out there. He's got a step. He got it. 10, 5, touchdown Bombers. And there is a marker down. Let's see what the marker is all about. It's against Kennewick, I believe. It is interference against Richland. That's offensive interference, and that's a loss of down. And it wipes out a Holdren to Phelps a touchdown, and that flag was away from play. It wasn't on the Phelps and the Phelps end of it. It was on this side of the field.
Frank, excuse me, I believe that the call was going against David Peters. I heard one of the officials say a 4. I believe it was Peters that was in the...
To go Bombers on the Richland 45. So that one. Now they have Phelps lining up as a tight end on the left side. Boyder tight on the right, and they go to split backs in the backfield. And motion back toward the line of scrimmage by Duncan. Here it comes on a reverse. No, a fake reverse. It's Rydell around the left side, 45, and he got only to midfield for 5 until he is knocked down. I think it was Martin Phelps. And Holdren under center, running room to the right side now with 4:46 to go in the 3rd. Holdren rolling right. Now he wants to throw back to the left, but it's covered, so he guns it long upfield for Phelps, and it is knocked away and incomplete by Roscoe Slade. And I tell you, if he hadn't touched it, Troy Ayers would have intercepted.
Oh, that's too bad for Kennewick. 2 Lions right there. Either one of them could have made the interception. As it turns out, one of them knocks it away from the other, and the Bombers escaped with that one.
And so Richland will have to punt for the 3rd time today. Formation. Holdren's the up man now, so he angles it for the left sideline. It hits at the 21 and rolls out of bounds around the Kennewick 17 or 18 yard line. And that's where the Lions will start with 4.5 minutes remaining.
And no reasonable offer will be refused. If you've been looking for a new RCA TV, VCR, or camcorder, we're willing to make the deal you've been waiting for today.
That's CJ's Appliance and TV.
Tremendous football game. Richland is leading 14-7. A reminder, at the conclusion of today's game, we'll be selecting a most valuable player award plaque to him in his name for his efforts today. All right, Kennewick, 1st and 10. Kennewick on its own 18-yard line. Lions trailing. They send Kennedy in motion to the backfield. Josh Perkins, the quarterback, takes the snap. Play fake. To the right he goes. Eludes 2 men. He's on the corner. Then pitches late to Moore. 30, 35, 40. He may be gone. 40, 35. Peters is after him. Daryl Moore at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Kennewick! Unbelievable. Perkins broke 2 tackles in the backfield, and then when he got to the corner, he pitched at the last possible moment, and Daryl Moore lumbered down the left sideline with nobody within eyesight of him, and he went all the way 82 yards, and Kennewick is within a point of tying this thing up. Into the game now, and they may be going for 2. They're taking a lot of marker, and they did take too much time as Mike Hazel was in the backfield, but they took too much time, and now Phil Bull comes on, and this is no gimme. As Bull won the Gonzaga game with his 22-yard field goal that Line driver over the crossbar there at the next to last play of the game last week. We'll try and tie the game up now. 82 yards in one play. Josh Perkins on the option, pitching to Daryl Moore. Waiting for the snap from center now. Perkins is the holder. Good pass. The ball is down. Here is Bowles' kick. He got it. I'm sorry, Rich. You were right there.
It was good. It was close, but it was good.
4:15. We got a ball game. Let's take 60 with the score now. Richland 14 and Kennewick 14.
Which has been satisfying customers with Lennox service that goes beyond the sale. The service personnel have been trained by Lennox to ensure optimum performance. That means you stay warm and cozy in the winter, cool and carefree in the summer. Put your trust in the heating and air conditioning specialists that have been trained by Lennox. Jacobs and Rhodes for the best value since 1961.
The option pitch from Josh Perkins going 82 yards for the touchdown. As it's 14-14 with 4:15 remaining in the third quarter. Here's Bull forward and the kick, drills it straight down the middle. Hits at the 18, picked up, and no, it got to be by Robertson. Runs back, picks it up on the 5, running backwards. He's snowed under in the end zone. Forward progress to the 2. Kennewick has turned the momentum again. Sophomore back there, Rich.
The ball to bounce into the end zone, and then it never did, and all of a sudden he found himself with a bunch of white jerseys coming right at him, and he had nowhere to go.
Holdren, split backs behind him. Rydell and Buchanan from the 1-yard line. Nate on the long count takes the snap. He gives it, and Buchanan finds a hole out of the 5. He broke free nearly. He's at the 10 and the 12, and then mowed down at that point by Gastino and Nothi.
A good run that time by the running.
Oh, it's a first down, excuse me, as he ran out Buchanan. 3 minutes, 30 seconds in the clock running in the third quarter. The score is tied 14-14. Wide man Phelps to the left, and they give it straight ahead to Peters. He's hit straight up that time and knocked backwards. Initial hit that time, I think, was made by Nothi, and then he was driven back after he got to about the 14 or 15.
Nothi duty
the field. Phelps goes wide to the left. Running backs are Buchanan and Rydell, up tight behind Holdren. Nate has his tight end Boyder on the right side with running room to the left. Holdren takes the snap. Play fake on the counter. Pitches back to Buchanan. And Buchanan's going to be hauled down on the line of scrimmage. Jason Neer. And it's going to bring up third down. And we have a marker down.
A flag on the play, Frank, and it's going to be holding against
third down and about 7. Or they could take the penalty half the distance to the goal, and they'd repeat the... I think they are going to take the... Well, let's hit the... Yeah, they are going to take the penalty. They are going to take it. 7-yard line. Yards to go. Holdren with trips to the left. Score is tied late in the third quarter. Rydell the setback. Holdren rolls back into his own end zone to throw. Sets up. He comes it upfield for Duncan. Double covered. It is incomplete. There goes a marker for interference. And it's Kennewick's turn to get a little livid. And if that is an interference call, it would be a 15-yard penalty, and Ted Homme is just hopping mad. So let's see. Interference, Richland. There was a Kennewick man there, and I think Rich Duncan, in his effort to get to the ball, went through him just trying to get to the ball.
That's exactly what happened, Frank.
The score is tied, and the Bombers now face third down, 19 yards to go on their own 3. 2 men to the left side now. Duncan and Phelps, Holdren with split backs, Buchanan and Rydell. And rolling right is Holdren in the end zone. He's hit as he throws. It's incomplete. He got sacked for a safety. They said his knee was down. What do you think, Rich? Did you have a view on that?
Oh, I don't know, Frank. An awful close call to make in such a close game, but the official was closer than I was.
They said Holdren, as he went up, the ball, it looked like he wanted to throw it, and the ball was hit. He regained the ball and then threw, but then they said his knee was down. And the safety puts Kennewick back in the lead, 16-14, as we take this 30-second timeout from Richland.
I got to have a hubby's pizza.
Want a special price on pizza? Well, students, parents, and friends, tonight after the game, wear your school colors to Hubby's and receive $2 off any regular priced large pizza. That's right, school colors gets you $2 off any regular priced large pizza after the game on Fridays. Get the gang and head to Hubby's Pizza, 346 West Columbia Drive in Kennewick.
The hubby's pizza have it now.
So 16-14 in the third quarter, which has concerned Lonnie Pearson all year, has gone the way of Kennewick right now as they have outscored the Bombers 9-0. Richland will have a free kick from the 20-yard line, and Kennewick will get the ball. Rich?
I can't believe that they called a safety on him, but regardless, official Leon Parnell saw something that he thought was the knee of Nate Holdren down, give the Lions the 2-point lead.
Looking at it on the replay up here, as this game will be taped delayed later today, they said it was awfully close, very close. Well, they will not punt it. Welch will kick off the free kick from the 20. Brown and Mayer are deep, and here's Welch's kick. And he sails and it's caught. No, it went through Moore's hands. Mayer picks it up at the 37, running across the field to the right at the 40, at the 43, and thrown down rudely at that point. And a good solid hit made there for the Richland Bombers. Get a number on him. It was Brian Lehman. Kennewick, 43. Perkins, there's the play caller. Wide man either way. Quick drop. Perkins, he's lobbing it for Stott. Got it at the 35 of Richland and down. Mitchell was draped all over Stott, and the pass was right there.
Oh, once again, a beautifully timed pattern by the Kennewick Lions. Perkins just throwing that timing pattern to Stott. The reception made down here on about the 34-yard line. And once again, the defensive back, Chad Mitchell, wasn't even expecting the ball coming his way.
All right. Perkins now 8 of 16 for 133 yards. He has had 3 intercepted, but his team's in the lead. 16-14. A minute 30 to go in the third quarter. Top-ranked Richland is down. Stott to the left. Play fake. It's a counter option. Perkins, he has gone 30, 25, 20. Perkins 10, 5. Touchdown, Kennewick! Holy cow, show me a little speed. He just ran away. He broke one tackle near the line of scrimmage, and Josh Perkins just ran away from the Richland defense. It was a counter option. He faked to the left, the counter spin back to the right, and Perkins was off to the races. And quickly, it is 22-14.
A beautiful play that time by the quarterback of the Kennewick Lions. Absolutely tremendous.
Unbelievable. Boy, has this game turned around in the third quarter. Ball to kick out of Perkins' hole. The ball is down. Here is the kick, and he punches it up there, and it is good. And a minute 18 remains in the third quarter. We take a 60-second break, and the score now, Kennewick 23 and Richland 14.
Announcing the grand opening of Giesa Federal Credit Union's new Kennewick facility. You are invited to the grand opening November 14th through the 18th for refreshments, balloons for the kids, and a drawing for prizes. This new facility, located at 100 North Huntington, just 1 block off of Highway 14, continues to offer Giesa's traditional low-cost services, as well as new additions such as drive-up windows and safe deposit boxes. Giesa Federal Credit Union, working with you in Central Kennewick.
Prescription counseling is an important plus with the pharmacists at your Payless Pharmacy. At the Richland Payless, Neil Matthews says,
our goal at Payless is not just to sell you your medications, but to ensure your understanding of the drug, its effect, and give you the information necessary for compliance with the doctor's orders. And we are always available.
57 yards in 2 plays. Perkins on a 34-yard run to make it 23-14 Kennewick.
I tell you, the Richland Bombers are not panicking. Coach Pearson and Holdren are just very calmly discussing their options right now.
Here's Bull kicking it off, high and deep. And it's a new man. It's Edwards back at the 3, 10, 15. Hit hard. He didn't make the 20-yard line. And a marker goes late. We got some... And there's a fight out at the 35-yard, at the 25-yard line. The officials diving in there to separate them. And these are the special team guys that don't go at each other on every play, Rich. And there's another marker down, and what we have is holding Richland. And things are going from bad to worse.
I'll tell you, Frank, when it rains, it pours, and even though there's no rain actually coming out of the sky right now, I'll tell you the Bombers will find themselves in very deep trouble at this point.
I'll tell you, if you got to put that team away early, all they do is gain confidence as the game wears on. And that's what's happening right now. Kennewick is a ball of fire.
And that's what head coach Ed Troxel said during that halftime interview, Frank. He said, this team just, I don't know what it is, but they come back, they keep coming back, and they're doing it again today.
10-yard penalty from the end of the run, which was the 17th of the third quarter. Kennewick 23, Richland 14. Wide men either direction now. Holdren under a center. Paul Norman drops back to pass. 3 men in the pattern. Guns it. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was either Ryan Reddick or Nothey, one of the two.
Nothey, Frank. It was Nothey. He got that big fist up there and deflected the pass.
Second down and 10. Holdren now 5 out of 9 through the air, 60 yards. And the Bombers haven't been in earshot of the end zone in a long while here. Remember, they had that long touchdown pass called back because of a penalty. Penalties have really hurt Richland. 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 23-14 Kennewick. We're on a 16-0 run here in the third period. Phelps wide to the left side. Wide right goes Duncan. Split backs behind Nate Holdren at quarterback. Takes the snap. It's a sweep from Peters. Peters is out to the 10 and to the 15 or 16-yard line. A good gain of about 7. Down. Clock is running with 15. Turned it around again in the second half. Wide men either way. Phelps left, Duncan right. Split backs. Holdren under center. Third down and about 2.5, and Holdren on the option. Keeps it. He didn't make it. Jason Neer. Travis Nothey. And off the bottom of the pile comes nose guard Tony James.
Frank, he may even have lost a half a yard. They're a good, solid 2 yards from a first down.
And the third quarter comes to an end. And the Kennewick fans are going nuts, and they should. That was a Kennewick third quarter. Back with the fourth quarter after this 60-second break. It's Kennewick 23, Richland 14.
It was the month before Christmas sale.
Alpha Computer Center prides itself in being the longest established Apple authorized dealer in the area. They understand the needs of the local communities, and they lead the way with Alpha Computer Center, your authorized Apple dealer. Uptown Richland and Walla Walla's Eastgate. Alpha Computer Center, leading the way.
Well, it's fourth down at the 16-yard line, and they have the chains totally fouled up across the way there to where they'd have to go to the 24. It's fourth down, and it should be fourth down and 2. Now they're going to get it straight. Well, okay. They just put the marker on the wrong yard line there. Now they got it straight. Fourth down at the 16. Richland's in a punt formation to start the fourth quarter of play. The Bombers trailing 23-14. A reminder at the conclusion of today's game, we'll be selecting our Tri-City Oil Sunmart Stores Player of the Game. And $100 in that player's name will go to his school's athletic department, and he'll receive a plaque for today's effort. The Richland Bombers have called a timeout, and what they've done here, I think Lonnie wanted a conference. Well, he went out, and now he's talking with his team. But I think, I don't know, if you joined us late, Jason Goffard was injured on the opening series of play. Phelps wide to the left. But a wide man to the right is Jack Dacey. Holdren calls the play. Fourth down and 2. Runs the option. Buchanan got the first down and more. Over the 20 to the 22-yard line. Oh, was that a gutty call? Fourth down and 2 at your own 16. And Duncan, Dacey and Buchanan go out. Dacey, an all Big 9 defensive back, does not play much offense, although he was penciled in as a starter in the beginning of the year. They basically use him exclusively on defense now. 2 men to the right. Here's a sweep. Peters cuts it back with Holdren. He fumbled the ball! He fumbled the ball, and I think, let's wait and see who's got it. Richland signaling that they have the football. Leon Parnell diving in the stack, and he says it is Richland's ball. And there was nearly another disastrous play.
Frank A. Holder was the bomber that came up with that bubble.
Oh, for Richland, you just dodge another bullet there. The gain by Peters is 8 out to the 28. They have plenty of time, 11 minutes remaining, and they are down 9. The main thing is to keep the drive going. Second down and 4. Bombers at their own 28. They trail 23-14. Wide men either way. Holdren goes right with it. It's Buchanan slanting off the right side. Grabbed by Duty. Pulls him with him and got a first down out over the 33-yard line. Clint Buchanan running. Okay, Holdren calls the play with 2 men wide to the right. They go left with it. Big hole for right. Ellies to the 40 and down as Duty knocked him off his feet. 9:50 in the clock running in the 4th quarter. Kennewick leads by 9. 2 men wide to the right side. Holdren under his center. Paul Norman goes left with it again. And again at his right elbow. He's struggling to the first down marker, and he's got it over the 45 near the 46. And another first down. Bombers. Coming back. They move from their own 8, now on their own 45, and they've done it with a running game. 2 men to the left. Holdren sends right L in motion out to the right side. Lone setback is Peters, and he gets the call. No, it's a keep by Holdren on the option. Dives to the 50, down to the 45, broke 2 tackles inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line of Kennewick, and another Richland first down. Nate the Great. Duncan and Phelps go wide to the right. Split backs right L, and it's Buchanan on a sweep to the left. He is trying to break tackles, got to the 35, and that's it. Roscoe Slade turned it in. Eric Orange and Ryan Reddick, 2 outside mounts remaining. Clock's down to 8:10 to go. Rydell and Duncan far to the right side. Peters motion out of the backfield. Rydell the lone setback, and Holdren gives it to him, and he finds a big hole inside the 30. Got to the 29. He'll be a couple of yards short of a first down as Jason Neer brought him down.
This will set up a 3rd down, boy, and about a long 2, Frank, for a first.
Then at a defensive tackle spot. Out to the right in motion goes Rydell. Holdren under center from the left hash, takes the snap, play fake, throws Boyder across the middle, it's intercepted by Gastino at the 15, the 20, Gastino at the 30, Kennewick has the football. Tony James will hobble to the bench. But Gastino, that's a play the Bombers love, but that one floated a little bit too much, and Gastino stole it away.
How ironic they get all the way down here on this long extended drive.
Real big pick. The clock's down to 7:08. Kennewick leads 23-14. Motion by Kennedy back toward the line. Here is the give straight ahead. Brown broke a tackle. Out to the 40-yard line he goes, spinning and twisting. And finally, Pat Holden brought him down. 2nd and 4. And the clock keeps rolling. This would be amazing upset. In my mind, it would be if Kennewick were to win this one, Rich.
I don't think anybody expected the Kennewick Lions to come in here and play as well as they have.
What an effort. Bombers have to stop him. Kennedy wing left, comes through in motion to the backfield. They go the left with it, and it is Moore, I believe. He doesn't get much, and they ride him back. Venters, Holdren, yards to the 42. So it's 3rd and 2. Big play here. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. Kennewick leading by 9. Kennedy motion back toward the backfield. Perkins gives it straight ahead. Brown struggles. What do you say, Rich?
He's going to be short, Frank.
Okay. Yeah, indeed, he is going to be 34-yard line. No, send the punting. I think that's a smart move. Send the punting unit in. Make Richland go the long way. Back deep for Richland. Phil Bowl is the Kennewick punter. They shift as Dixon's behind center. And what happened? Did Richland jump offside?
I'm not sure, Frank, but some of these coaches over here for Richland are saying it's against Kennewick, but I don't think so.
They're discussing it. The head linesman is discussing it. The head linesman is Mark Lawrence. Offside, Richland. And the Kennewick coaches are jumping up and down. They're so mad. 5:08 remaining. 5-yard penalty gives them a first down. I wonder if that happened when they shifted out of the set position into the punt formation when Dixon goes back as the blocking back from quarterback. Richland's Garrett Vetters trying to get the crowd up for it here. 23-14, Kennewick, only 4:57 to go. Lions have it. Perkins straight ahead, and it is a fumble. Bombers got it. Mitchell's on the ball at the Richland 46. Paul Brown coughed it up.
Chad Mitchell, Frank. Chad Mitchell got that fumble.
Right, that's what we said. Chad Mitchell. I know you probably can't hear us down there with all the noise. So the Bombers still alive, but they trail by 9. 4:48 and the clock is running for the Bombers. Out of the huddle. Holdren has trips to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Is through the right hash. Holdren rolling to the left to throw. Has all day to throw. Now here comes somebody after him. Missed by Orange. Sets up. Now he may run. He sets. He pumps it. He's going to run 50, 45, down to the 40, down to the 35. Hit it out of bounds at the 30. Somebody came up from the back and tried to trip him. The Bomber coaches are in Leon Parnell's face, and Leon Parnell gives him a word of warning. It's down to the 31-yard line. It's a first down, 23-yard pickup for Holdren.
Boy, Frank, I don't know. That dive that Ayers had, I just don't know. Rather Orange
stopped as Nate got out of bounds. Duncan and Phelps go wide to the right. And inside in the slot is Buchanan. They're at the left hash mark. Boyder tight on the left. Rolling right to throw is Holdren. He sets up, looking downfield, throwing across the field for Phelps. Touchdown, Bombers! .409 to go, and hold on to your hat. It's 23-20. 21st point, which would be very crucial because it would mean a field goal could win it for Richland. This comes after a Kennewick fumble. Here is the spot. The kick is up, and it's good. 4:09 remaining. Here we go. Let's take a 60-second break with a score now. Kennewick 23, Richland 21.
Adams Chem-Dry Carpet and Upholstery says, don't just take our word for it. Here's Alice Fulton.
Hi, I'm Alice Fulton, co-author of the book It's Here Somewhere. 2.5 years, the buffalo trails and cow paths are just now starting to return.
Pasco, we've acquired a large selection of brand name microwave ovens. We must close out 20 discontinued models to make room for the 1990 models.
Here are in tandem back there. Remember, Kennewick's gone almost the whole way without Goffard, who was injured early. Welch to kick off. 23-21 Kennewick. Richland has 2 timeouts remaining. Here's Welch forward, and he drills it for Mayer, and he catches it on the run at the 5. Comes upfield to the 10, 15, finds an opening 20, 25, 30, 35, Mayer to the 37 and down. And Chad Mitchell made the hit. Mitchell, who Kennewick is leading by 2. And Rich Dot to the left, Kennedy to the right, Perkins to the left. He's hit behind the line, broke a tackle, got to the 39, and that's it. Let's see if Richmond calls a timeout. They're not using a timeout yet. They have 2 remaining. 2nd and 8. Clock is down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. Kennewick leading 23-21.
Frank, we got a timeout up here, an official's timeout. One of the Kennewick players has some equipment that's not working.
It's Darrell Moore, and Mike Hazel comes in to replace him. Hazel, 5'8", 170-pound junior. Well, I just bet you we'll hear a lot of next year. But he's in there right now. 2nd and 8. The clock is running. Ball is on the Kennewick 39.5. The Lions are leading by 2 points. Perkins under center, has Kennedy come in motion, back toward the backfield, takes the snap, straight ahead, hit hard was Paul Brown. He made the 42, maybe the 43, and that's it. Going to bring up 3rd and about 5 or 6 to go. Clock's inside 3 minutes. Out they come. Hazel is still a setback along with Paul Brown from the left hash mark. 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go. This is it. Rolling to the left is Perkins. He wants to throw. He throws for Brown, incomplete, and that stops the clock. With 2:27 to go, and the Bombers will get it back. stretch. Boy, this is going to be a heartbreaker to lose.
Well, I'll tell you, Frank, I'm standing down here on the Bombers sidelines 5 minutes ago.
Loud. It's been loud. Under center is Dixon. Bill Dixon, the junior. Now he drops back, and Bull drops back to his 30 for the punt. Gets a good pass from center. Gets the kick away. High end over end. Angles it away from Dacey. Takes the Kennewick bounce and goes out of bounds inside the 20. Oh, what a kick. That's about 40 yards with no return. 39 yards and no return on that one. It's going to be tough. 2:20 to go. Richland has 2 timeouts remaining. Don't go away, because here we go. Bombers first down. Now they do mark it on the 18-yard line. So it was a 40-yard punt with no return. Remember last year in the Kennewick-Richland game, the Bombers were behind the big drive with 3.5 minutes to go for the winning touchdown. Wide men either way. 2 men in the backfield with Holdren. Nate calls the play. Scrimmage at the 18. Back the pass he goes. Has time. Sets up. Wants Phelps. Incomplete at the 39-yard line. Richland wanted interference.
Frank, part of the problem that time was Tobin Phelps ran into the near red.
And Tobin Phelps. 2nd down and 10. Richland on its own 18-yard line. 2:15 to play in the game. Kennewick leads by 2. Holdren rolling to the left to throw. Here comes the pursuit. They're all over him. He's got Boyer wide open up over the 25. After him his ears. And got him on the 29-yard line. That's good enough for a Bomber first down and stops the clock with 2:02 to play. First down on the... He signaled against Kennewick. It is against Kennewick. And Richland on its own 34. They don't take the pass. They take the penalty. Clock's at 1:55 to go in the game from the right hash. Holdren runs the option. He cuts upfield. He's hit. He can't break away. They knock him down on the 36. Travis Nothey and Mark Malloy. 2 stellar defensive tackles. Richland going to go without a huddle. 2nd down and 7 yards to go after a gain of 3. The clock is running. They have 2 timeouts remaining. 1:31 to go. Holdren back the pass. Pump fake. He wants it all with Phelps. Good coverage. It's incomplete. Roscoe Slade was with him every step of the way and did not.
Nate Holdren, he forced Tobin Phelps to turn around, and there was no chance for the reception.
Trips to the left. Peters, Duncan, and Phelps. 1 set back right L. Nate rolls out to the left to throw. Wants to set up, being pursued. And he's hit. He throws it up in the air, and it is picked off by Ayers at the 30, and he's down to the 25. Kennewick may have done it. 1:15 remaining. Venners and Holdren can't believe it. Holdren never saw the man pursuing him and had to cough it up early. I'll tell you, Kennewick's pressure on him has been tremendous.
An ill-advised throw that time by Nate Holdren is basically what you have to call that. He was going to go down. He threw it up, hoping that he'd get lucky. He did not, and Kennewick takes it.
Perkins, wide man to the right. He falls down on the ball. They're taking no chances. Richland takes a timeout with exactly 59 seconds remaining in the game. Stay tuned following the game. We'll have interviews with both coaches, the winning players. We'll have our Tri-City Oil. Perkins drops back, and as long as he can, then drops down to a knee at the 33-yard line. Clock is running. Richland stops it with 54 seconds remaining, and we'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back with the score. Kennewick 23 and Richland 21.
Today's best value in efficient home heating and air conditioning is just a phone call away. The Lennox heat pump from Jacobs & Rhodes. You probably know how the Lennox heat pump works to make your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. But all you really need to know...
Determination since that first Richland game. They lost to Richland by a point in overtime. They had a big third quarter today. 16 with their Kennewick fumble. And in 2 plays, they went 54 yards down. Kennewick will have to snap it on 4th down. Perkins calls the play, and he's just a straight bootleg to try and eat up some time at the 35 to the corner. He cuts upfield to the 30. He's down on the 30-yard line with 47 seconds to go, and Richland can't stop the clock. Kennewick will have to snap it one more time as soon as the ball is marked ready for play, which it has not been yet. And it's a 35 seconds. The ball's at the 31. Leon Parnell still has not marked the ball ready for play. Now he does with 29 seconds remaining. So they'll have to snap it. The penalty would come at 4 seconds. And the Kennewick Lions have just about done it. Unbelievable when you consider Richland's personnel. Undefeated. No team in the state of Washington had scored as many points this year as the Richland Bombers, averaging 38 plus per game. And their defense was unbelievable. 5 seconds to go in a delay a game penalty against Kennewick. They could punt the ball. If they decided to punt the ball, the penalty takes it back to the 36. If they decided to punt the ball, they could punt the ball. That might take 5 seconds and perhaps kick it into the end zone even. But then, of course, you give the Richland a chance to block it and then possibly return the block punt for a touchdown. So it's still a long shot, Rich, for the Bombers.
Well, Frank, a very quiet Bomber sideline once again. It's been a roller coaster ride down here, and they just can't believe what's happened to them, quite frankly, I don't think.
Well, let's see what has happened to them. They were victimized in the third quarter. Lonnie Pearson has been concerned all year long that they have not come out very hard in the third quarter, exactly done a lot of damage. And, Rich, I think we're in a situation here where a team has played basically 2.5 quarters all year long, except for the Kennewick game, and now they're asked to play 4.
I think that's very close to that. I think that's very accurate, Frank.
Josh Perkins under center. There's no punt formation. 5 seconds remaining. And Perkins takes the snap, and he's going to run for 5 seconds. 2, 1, and it is over. He goes down, and the Kennewick fans storm the field. The Lions have upset the #1 ranked Richland Bombers, 23-21. Fans from every direction, more than 10,000 people on hand here this afternoon, and in the shadow of dark